Welcome my children, this is your mentor Mrs. Mohonia. So let's continue with our chapter, that is formulas and functions. And for today your learnings will be common functions, function library and assignment number 5. So let's begin with common functions first of all. Here are some of the common functions. First is AutoSum. Now this AutoSum command, it allows you to automatically return the result for a range of cells for common functions like sum and average. Okay, and next is average function. Now this average function returns the average of the range values. Next is max function is used to find largest value in the given range. Next is min function is used to find smallest value in the given range. And today function is used to display the current date. So let's understand all these functions and commands with the help of example. So here we have the example. Let's start first with AutoSum function. Now let's find out the total of this three columns, that is 75, 85 and 78. So here we need the total. So as you know that we have to write a formula, that is C4 plus D4 plus E4. But we are learning functions. So let's use function for adding all this. The function for adding all this is sum. That is equal to sum, and then we'll be using opening and closing parentheses. But instead of typing, let's go for here AutoSum function. Here in the home tab itself, you can see here it is AutoSum function. So we'll click on this AutoSum function. The moment I click on this AutoSum function here, you can see this has come automatically equal to sum C4 colon E4. So let's press enter key and find out the total, and here it is 238. If you add all these three, the total is 238. So this is how the AutoSum function works. Apart from that, when I click on this drop down arrow, here you can see there are further more functions. We have just seen the average, we have seen the max and min, and even the count function. So now these functions are useful for what that we have just seen. Let's find out with the help of example. First we'll go for average. The average function will find the average of all these three. 82, 98, 67. It will add all these three and will divide it by 3 because there are three numbers 82, 98, 67. So when I click on this average, just see here, see the average. Average, and here it is coming A4. So we have to change this A4. So we'll select this, and then after that we'll go for this option, last one here. So that is C5. Then after that C5 we'll be choosing, it will be coming here. We'll change this to E5. Okay, and I press enter key. So here this is the average. Average of this three, that means 82, 98 and 67, divide by 3, that comes to 82.3333. This is the average. The next example is max. Now we want the max here. Max means maximum. Out of this three, 96, 73 and 89, which is the maximum value, the highest value? If you need to find the maximum value from all these three, so we'll click here because we want the output in this cell. And then we'll go back here, that is the drop down arrow, and we'll choose max here. So when I click on max, it is selecting this both, but we have to change. So we will change this, and then after that we will choose this one figure 96, that is C6, and after that 96, then here, and we'll change this to E6, that is E6, and we'll press enter key. So the highest from all these three, 96, 73 and 89, highest is 96. You can see the output is 96. So when I click on this, on top you can see here the formula bar. You can see the formula is appearing here. The first formula was AutoSum function. We have used it. Second formula which we have used, that is average. And the third which we have used, that is the max. So in the formula bar you can see all the three functions which we have used till now. The next is minimum. So let's find out here the minimum value from all these three. So I'll click again on the AutoSum drop down and I'll choose min over here, min. So here the min has come. See, by default it is selecting the upper. We'll change this, and let's change and select this one. We want the minimum from here, and then after this I'll be using here E7, that is here. So let's press enter key and find out the minimum value is 58 out of all these three. If you see, out of all these three, 58 is the minimum value. So this is the three functions which are under AutoSum. Under AutoSum you have got these functions. If you want still more, there are more functions. Okay. Well, a great place to explore function is in the function library on the formula tab. Well, here you can search and select Excel functions based on the categories such as financials, logical text and date and time. So let's find out how this function library looks like and what is available in function library, because it's really difficult for us to remember all the functions. We cannot remember, okay, and there are a lot of functions in Excel. So to overcome this, what Excel has done, it has clubbed all the functions in the function library. So let's move and find out how it works out. Here's with the help of example. So let's use the first function, my children. Let's find out the LCM. We'll find the LCM of this column. We'll click here. We want the output in this cell. So after clicking here, we'll go for LCM. But for that, first we have to go to Formula tab. This is Formulas tab. And here, this is the function library. In this function library, see, it is there, function library. You want the functions based on AutoSum, whether you want recently used function, you want financial functions, you want logical, text, date and time. So what type of function we need? So let's go for maths and trig. We'll go for maths and trig functions. And here and this is so many functions are there. ABS, absolute value. These all functions are. So let's go for LCM. We'll find the LCM. And here this dialog box has appeared in front of us. So here we have to enter which LCM we need of what. So let's write the first number. The first number we will choose this cell. So it has appeared here, E4. We'll click on the next, and again I'm selecting the next cell. Then I'm selecting the third cell, and then I'm selecting the fourth cell. So let's find the LCM of this 4 cell, that is E4, E5, E6 and E7. Only the LCM of this 4. And these are the 4 over here. After doing so, I'll just click on OK. So here I'll click on OK, and here is the LCM. Here you can see the formula in the formula bar. See the function LCM E4, E5, E7, E6. Okay, this is there. So of this column 4 we have taken the cell, and this is the LCM. Okay, now here let's find out the GCD. To find out GCD, again we will click on the maths and trig, and we will go for GCD, that is in G. So here it is, and again the dialog box has appeared over here, and it is asking for which number you want the GCD, that is the greatest common divisor. So let's find out. We'll click on this cell. It has appeared here, D4. Let's go for the next one, D5, and here it is D6, and the fourth one we'll choose D7. So D4, D5, D6 and D7, my children. This 4 we've selected cell, and let's find out the GCD. Here it is in the formula bar, you can see. So moment I click on OK button, here is the greatest common divisor, that is 1. GCD of this 4 is 1. So this is how you can find the LCM and you can find the GCD. Okay, my children. The next thing in this is insert function also. Here's the insert function. So let's go for the next one. Insert function, in case if you don't know which function I need, you are not getting where it is. To find a particular function, here it is, insert function is there. So you can choose the category from here, which function belongs to which category. See, it is all, financial, which you don't know. And here you can search in this key which function I need. This is the insert function. Suppose I need sum function. So SUM sum, here it is. See, sum function, I have got it. I'll click on OK. So here it has come. So it is asking me C4 to C10. So here it is C4 and this is C10. The moment I say OK, here you can see the sum of this full column has appeared here in this cell. So here it is sum function. So this was GCD. We have found GCD, and here it is LCM. So the next is formula errors. Now what happens in case if any of the formula is entered incorrectly, the Excel will display an error message. Rather than the proper value, it will give you an error message. So there are different error message. So let's find out how it works and how it appears on the screen. So in first case, let's see this. We will reduce the space here. You can see the hashtag appeared over here. Hashtag. This shows that the space is not enough to display the output. This is the first error, formula error, which is appearing. The next is, suppose I take this and we choose it and I change this E4. If I'm changing E4 to E3, let's see what happens, and I press enter key. So here you can see this is the error given here. Now this is the error. This error displays that it is an invalid argument. We are using an invalid argument. You can see I've written E3, and what is E3? This is 3 and E3 is this. So how can you find LCM for this? It is an error. So this is the second type of formula error. Fine. The next one is this: in case if I divide 78 by 0, if I just write equal to, and I'm clicking on this cell, that is E8, and I divide it by 0. Anything when you divide it by 0, it will give you an error which looks like this. Here this is the error. Okay, this error will be displayed if the number is divided by a 0 or an empty cell. When you divide any number by 0 or by an empty cell, this error is displayed. So these are some of the formula errors, my children. Well, this is your assignment number 5. Do complete your assignment, and there's only one question given to you. That's all for today. Thank you very much, my children, and do like the video if you understood the concept. Thank you.